So we have a very big and powerful ascension wave that is happening this week. We've seen some solar activity start to ramp up again. And of course, the solar activity has been part of the process all along. Um, we are in the peak of solar cycle 25. And what happens sometimes, though, is it will go back into like a C class mode and then ramp back up. So we saw some M class flares come through yesterday, an X class flare earlier today, which we know can be impactful. And so, what does that mean? That we are going through activations, there are light codes happening, still playing with the divine feminine codes, and even some Lemurian vibes are wanting to come through, and that might be a little bit longer down the road, but that's exciting. Love me some Lemurian vibes, and so there is a lot at play, and some are unplugging from old structures quite rapidly. And so that's not to say that we aren't moving through perhaps fear or discomfort in situations or conversations, self-worth, just kind of the usual suspects. But at the other end of this is a huge vibrational shift. And that huge vibrational shift will create a ripple effect that is going to create a mass awakening, another mass awakening, I should say, because we've had mass awakenings happen. And so here is another round. So this wave is connected to that, it's a part of that. And so some people will even experience the feeling and sensations of being in the light body if you haven't already. And so it's just feeling very light in your body after moving through some of these intense or heavier energies, feeling almost like liquid light, call them liquid light days. Where and the other fun thing is where the quantum data rearranges itself for you almost instantaneously. So you've experienced it before, right? You have a thought and it lines up for you, but this is in a way that it's happening for you and the way that you are desiring it or intending it to go. So there's a little taste of that. Um, the other thing to note is that there is excitement in the sky from I call it in the sky, but from the Andromedans. And they're just wanting to send love for all of the beautiful inner work that you're doing that is creating greater harmony within and without. And so um, that can be challenging sometimes to see when there's a lot that's happening. We still, as a humanity, are moving through a lot, and there's, an illumination of the illusion of separation and fear, and there's still a stripping of judgments. And so there's a lot to be unearthed. There's a lot to still surface. Um, but we are reaching a point where we are at that kind of threshold or breaking point, right? If we aren't there already, where there's just this like exhaustion and being tired of the old ways, just ready for something new, right? A new pathway, a new way to do this. And so that's what we're all working toward essentially, but maybe we're just at various parts of that inward journey through the heart space. And so we can create that from our intrinsic value, right? We have self love, we know our worth, we know we're all connected, and there's compassion in our hearts. And so we can create from that space, especially when heart and soul purpose align. So we all have a vision that we're holding and we're creating together of where we want to go, right? Building this new earth together. So keep holding the vision and the love in your hearts. And I will share a message from the Palladians as well, which is that there will be a great greeting. But for now, that we are learning to match a higher frequency, and there are notes we must sing. So they said that there are notes we must sing and to channel us. Okay. So channel the Palladians. That's part of their message, that they are helping us to map the data of a new horizon, and just to understand that they are not gods, to anyone. And so I don't know why they said that. Maybe there's some confusion or ambiguity out there that this is becoming a situation where we are perceiving, beings to be more powerful than us, but we know that, like, that's a part of us. And we have the one, the source, creator, God, whoever, whatever you want to name that energy. And so that message was coming through. And just to keep things simple, because earlier there was a message of, there are so many different perspectives out there, so many different, like, potential realities of what could unfold, what might happen, like in more of like a fearful way. And just to not argue about what's supposed to happen, what it's supposed to look like, how it's supposed to go, just to be you, right? Your authentic self, just to be love, to be it, to breathe it, to embody it. All right. I'll leave with that. Much love.